I have been shown that I have a different name than that which I was given here on earth. This all began about 3 years ago. I came across the Gateway Project, which is a CIA set of experiments with remote viewing, which you can look up. There's CIA papers on it. I may include it in the description of this video. We'll see. During one of the Gateway meditations, I was shown that I was actually a god to a people, which might sound a little wild, but it's true. And every couple thousand years, I came back to these people, teaching them higher and higher laws on how to evolve in their own consciousness. And each time that I returned back to my people, they'd be chanting, Ragnarok, Ragnarok. And at the time, I had no idea what that was at all, like no clue. So much so that after the meditation, I looked it up because I was like, what's Ragnarok? And as some of you may know, it's basically the destruction of the old worlds and the gods, and then the rebirth of the world, and where the new, where the gods that remain return. And so essentially, it's destruction and rebirth. And so I was like, okay, that's interesting. Like, don't, I don't really get why I would be associated with that, why that would be my name. Like, that's kind of weird. But it was what it was, and I just left it as it was. And I never thought about it again, never thought about the meditation, never thought about, never thought about Ragnarok at all. And then fast forward about 2.5 years or so, I was getting my Reiki certification, right, to become a Reiki practitioner. And so the first day I had felt energy in a way that I never had before. That I could, during the initiatory meditation, I quite literally felt the energy burning from the palms of my hands, like as if I had like two fireballs, like just sitting in the palms of my hands. And it was an immense field of energy. And upon practicing, I felt that I could feel the energy of the people whom I was working on, which I thought was amazing and something I never thought I'd be able to do. And I'm so glad that I was able to have this experience. And then day 2 of the meditations, or whatever you want to call them, day 2, I had a meditation where you're guided for the first portion, and then you're encouraged to sit in the energy for the second portion. And during the second portion, basically, I was surrounded by enlightened beings, ascended masters, if you will. Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, beings of this caliber were around me. And they surrounded me in a circle. And 7 of them surrounded me in a circle. I don't know, I feel like it's important to say that. 7 of them surrounded me in a circle. And they all ended up conjoining with me. And we were one. And in this moment, I was integrating my highest self within my physical body. And then after the meditation, I didn't say anything. My Reiki master told me right after, she was like, I could feel the presence of Jesus. And I even saw a dove, which is my sign for Jesus. And immediately, just chills. I felt more validated in that moment than I think I ever have in my spiritual journey. um, because at that moment I realized that the things that happen in my meditation are real. They're not just things that I'm making up, like this energy work is real. Like I've felt it physically. The meditations are real, and I got outside validation of that. And so that was very powerful for me. So then I began practicing Reiki, and eventually I I leave. I was in Idaho at the time. I leave Idaho. I go to visit my brother, and during this time, I was very intensely focused on integrating like further my highest self, my soul within my physical body. And so I was doing a lot of fasting, a lot of meditating in this area, and one day I was told, like, you need to change your name to Ragnarok. You need to go by Ragnarok. And to be honest, at first I was like, do I have to? Like, do I really, like, is this something like I really got to do? Because like, it's kind of a weird name. Like, I really don't like. I really like. I know I went through this great transformation, but I really just want to go by Jared and show people that that this type of transformation is possible. And I kept getting the same answer, right? Like, no, like you need to go by Ragnarok. You need to go by this name. And so, honestly, I denied it. I was like, I don't know, like I don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna do that, right? And so I continue doing my Reiki practice, and as I'm going, I'm kind of learning new spiritual abilities, spiritual strengths, and which is like super exciting for me. But then I kind of hit a wall, and when I hit this wall, I began to doubt myself, doubt my abilities, even begin to doubt my experiences that I had had. I'm like, am I just making all this crap up? Like is this stuff even real? And so I'm about to do another Reiki session, but I'm very distraught. Like I just don't believe in my abilities at all. Like I feel like I'm losing it, like I'm lacking, and losing it as in losing my abilities to practice Reiki, because I didn't feel the same connection I had once felt because all this doubt had crept in. And then my dad, my dad starts blowing up my phone, and as he does sometimes, and I ignore it. I'm like, not right now. Like, I'm frustrated. Like, I just want to get this Reiki session done, but he keeps calling my phone. Like, I keep denying. He keeps calling my phone. I'm like, all right. Like, let me see. Like, I'm not feeling good anyway. Let me see. Let me see what he's got to say. And immediately when I answer the phone, I kid you not, he says, "What do you want your new name to be?" And I'm just sitting there like, what? Like, I don't even say anything at first because I'm like, what? Like, how do you even know, And then he's talking about the scriptures, talking about the Bible, where people in the Bible, they change their names and they have so much power with their associated name that they change it to, and they're elevated spiritually. And so then in that moment I knew, I was like, well, yeah, okay, I gotta do this. So in that moment I embraced myself as Ragnarok, knowing that this was and all the memories of my past meditation and stuff came up, and like all these different synchronicities that have occurred in my life that have shown me that this is who I am, and this is the name that I've had before I came here on Earth. And it's still a little bit wild, to be honest with you, but I've embraced it, and I realized that this is not only symbolic for me, but it's also symbolic for what I'm to do here on this earth at this time. And my ultimate goal really is to show people that they're capable of much more than what they believe they are. So with that, I thank you, and I'm grateful for your support, and I'm going to be here sharing more stuff about my journey, about the knowledge that I've accrued, and I'm going to be doing my best to do it daily. So thank you, and I hope I see you again.